Moving along on to week 4. We are going to go down to Salt Lake City, Utah, Chris, where the Utah Utes hosted Texas Tech over the weekend. This was a big noon kickoff game, a game that me and you were definitely talking about, watching this past Saturday. And hey, it definitely lived up to the hype for I'd say probably 3 quarters, and then by the time it hit that fourth quarter, Texas Tech put their foot on the gas pedal. 34-10 was your total in this one. Texas Tech came out of this game with a W, and I gotta say this, Chris. Texas Tech, I they're literally they're literally the best team. I let me rephrase that. They are the best team right now in the Big 12 conference. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And hey, now that they've taken care of a Utah team, there's still a lot to be done. Um, they definitely control their own destiny, and I think they have the team to do it. Unfortunately, Barry Morton had got um, hit with a targeting penalty in that game, and what did they call it targeting?
I'm not sure if they call it targeting, but it should have been if it wasn't. But he was concussed.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
knocked him out the game.
yeah. Apologies. He definitely was knocked out of the game with a concussion, and he didn't come out for the rest of the game. But that's okay because at Texas Tech we got the juice. Will Hammond came out in this game and he was balling. Like there was no drop off from Texas Tech.
If anything,
Uh,
it was a step up.
yeah, I know. This man, he ended the game. He was 13 for 16, 169 yards, with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. This man looked like he was QB number one instead of Barry Moore.
Hmm.
So overall, Texas Tech they took care of business at Utah, and yeah, like I said, Chris, this team's riding high right now. They are the best team in the Big 12, and we'll see what happens with the Red Raiders moving forward, and hopefully we get a healthy Barry Morton back.
Yeah, yeah. No, Texas Tech, great game by both the offense and the defense. The defense held it down for the majority of the game, so the offense caught up, and it really started when Will Hammond got into the game. Um, I'm curious to see how things play out. I know Morton is the guy, but Hammond was making special throws. Like this wasn't your normal backup QB situation. He looked better than the guy that was starting ahead of him. I mean, he was putting balls on the money, making it was either his guy was going to catch it or nobody, and his guys were able to make the plays. Texas Tech defensively, the linebackers are out here catching one-handed interceptions. I mean, this team, top to bottom, Kory, easily in my eyes, one of the 10 best teams in the nation. I think you can have a conversation about them being one of the 5 best teams in the nation based off of how they played week in and week out. This team went on the road in the hostile environment, was unfazed, and Tech is in prime position to make the playoffs. I'm very very impressed with what I've seen from them, and whether it's Morton starting, even even more so, maybe Hammond. You don't want to necessarily crown the guy just because the defense didn't get to prepare for him exactly per se, but I'm confident no matter who is at QB for Tech, based off of what I saw in that second half from Will Hammond, Tech is offensively will be just fine, regardless of who's quarterbacking, who's running the show. So the Red Raiders, they're in good shape. Get your tortillas ready. out there in Lubbock, because you'll be throwing them in the air all season long. This team is the truth. They are legit.
Yeah, they're really good, Chris. I have to say that. I think everyone pretty much gave them credit after that win yesterday. Um, yeah, I mean, how could you not? You know, your starting quarterback goes out, and then out comes Will Hammond. No drop off. Heck, like you said, it feels like an upgrade. you know, and hey, most teams can't say that. Most teams can't go out there and say, "Look, starting quarterback goes out. That's okay. Let's upgrade some more." Like, that's hard to come by,
No change in the
especially in college football.
philosophy. Yeah, they could continue. They could do everything they want to do with Morton, with Hammond. There was no change in what they did.
No change. That's impressive. And that's definitely impressive. And hats off, um, to Texas Tech by just having a great situation like that. Hey, that's like I said, most teams they can't game plan off of that. They can't have that much luck off of having two great quarterbacks out there that can help you win the football game. So overall, if you're Joey McGuire, you got a good thing going on right now. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. No, Tech is Tech fans should be happy. You have a great coaching staff because that's a testament to Hammond and his preparation, but also a testament to the coaching staff for having your backup well versed, ready to go on the road, hostile environment, first conference game of the season, in a game that is honestly a must win for positioning to win the conference. You're not normally going to get an at large team out of the Big 12. You might, but you want to be the team to win it. And so to go on the road and get this win, and not necessarily a must win situation, but in the reality of the situation, it is. And you made it happen. So yeah, this is the program is in great shape. The money that was spent this offseason looks to be money well spent, especially on that defense, Kory. That defense is stout, tough. SEC, look, they could go head to head with anybody in the SEC, and that is saying something. That's not what we normally associate Big 12 with is defensive play, but that defense at Tech, one of the best in the nation.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're one of the best in the nation, Chris. And yeah, look, we'll see what happens with Texas Tech as they continue. I looked at their schedule, very favorable. Probably the biggest games that they have is Arizona State and BYU. Like everybody else is pretty manageable. And hey, if they can handle their business, they will be in the Big 12 championship on the cusp of getting that top four playoff spot. Mark my words.
Right.
So, hey, like I said, hats off to Texas Tech. Hats off to Joey McGuire. They look everything that they said in the offseason, in the preseason, they're backing it up. This team's for real, and the country should really eye this Red Raiders team because they're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming for everyone.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a take away what Coach Prime be saying, but Texas Tech, hey, they coming. That's for sure.
Exactly. So yeah, got to give credit out to Texas Tech. They're balling right now in the Big 12.